Jimmy brought up that his father gave him advice on how to kiss a girl.
Yes.
With the smell her breath thing.
Yes.
And there's a lot of things that we haven't gotten to in the last month or so, and I just noticed that we have the Katie Couric thing still.
Katie.
The 411 on teens and sex. Anyone see this on TV?
Ooh. No.
Katie Couric got a bunch of teenagers from all over America to come to some kind of retreat area.
Teen sex.
And then just talk openly about, what's going on there.
You know, they know exactly what to do. We said it in the past. We said it when we were working at NEW. Put teen in front of anything, and it makes it more gooder, and people will tune in. And they took the ball and ran with it there. Teen sex.
As long as you make it, informative in some way, you could get away with this stuff on TV.
Meanwhile, who's tuning in to get information from this? You're tuning in to hear teens talk about provocative subject matter. Like sex.
So I picked out a few clips here.
Oh.
Learning the terminology. So Katie Couric's sitting around just asking some...
Having a rap session with the kids about sex, learning some of the terminology. This way the parents will be able to hear this and they'll know what the kids are talking about.
Exactly.
And be hip and one of the... This never works.
So the moms and dads out there can understand their teenagers.
That language you speak, I'm hep to it. I'm a hep cat. Ugh.
So, learning the terminology of the teenager.
All right.
To walk in their shoes, you need to learn their language. Terms like hooking up, friends with benefits, and these days, the bases are a whole new ball game.
I'm Maya. I'm 14 years old, and I'm from Oregon. First base would be like kissing. Second base would be like making out. Third would be like oral sex.
Oral sex? The new third base?
Nice!
Yikes.
Yikes.
And she'd like spray her legs out on top of the table.
Almost every parent has heard some shocking story, but we wanted to get the truth behind the rumor mill.
Huh?
Wasn't that copping a field back in the old days?
Yeah,
third base?
Third base was just getting a little booby, I think, right?
First base.
Or maybe the top of the patch.
First base. Wait a minute. First base was kissing. Second base was feeling booby. Second base, feeling booby.
What was third base?
Third base was finger, right? Getting your finger down there. And come on, home run. You all know what that is. So it was kissing.
Well, now it's
boobage.
Now it's blowjobs.
Wow, third base.
Is now blowjobs.
I would definitely sacrifice second base being feeling up if you could go to third and get a BJ.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That means a home run is more than just sex now.
Jeez, home run.
I think they upped the ante a little bit.
Home run is a dump on the chest.
Home run.
Jesus.
Regular sex with a finger.
It's like I don't know, sex with two of her friends.
Wow. Who knew, huh? And now here's Kirsten, 16, talking about oral sex.
Yes, it is. Kirsten.
See, but it's informative,
Young
so they're allowed to
Kirsten.
have a teenager talking about oral sex on TV. See, we just have to be more informative
When
here.
can we get 16-year-old girls in here to talk about sex?
Again. How about when we get back from L.A.? How about tomorrow before we go to L.A.?
Right.
No one really knows the impact the culture is having on today's teens.
Yeah.
But one thing is clear, at least from our group, they're definitely not shy when it comes to talking about sex.
My name is Kirsten. I'm 16 and I'm from Georgia. I don't think that oral sex should be expected in a relationship, but unfortunately I think it is expected in a relationship.
Hey, good luck, honey.
Yeah. What a party pooper she sounds like.
A teenage dud.
She didn't sound like she was very into it. She doesn't think it should be expected, but unfortunately it is.
Unfortunately it is. So.
Yeah.
But I got news for you, sweetie. It's expected on the first date in the car. Dope.
All right, more. This is oral sex to avoid real sex and pregnancy, Anthony. That's why the kids are doing it these days.
Like, you don't want to be the person that's gone the furthest, but then you don't want to be the person that hasn't kissed or touched a boy.
My name's Tasha, and I'm 14, and I'm from Wisconsin.
My name is Benton. I'm 14, and I'm from Wisconsin. My name's Erin. I'm 14, and I'm from Wisconsin.
Erin, Seton, and Tasha are BFFs, best friends forever. They first heard about oral sex from classmates.
I was thinking BF.
Yeah.
BFS?
S.
BFF. S?
Best friends
forever.
Oh, yeah.
BFF. Yeah.
Should be BFFE.
Best friends forever, right?
Yeah, it's not best friends for.
Best friends for. ...
Around 6th or 7th grade.
I was like, ew.
What?
You put your...
What did I miss?
Well,
It sounds like it's gearing up to be good, though.
Yeah, something really good here.
Oral sex from classmates around 6th or 7th grade.
I was like, ew. You put your mouth where? Like, gross. Like, it just, at first it kind of disgusted me.
Now in 9th grade, they say they get why kids are doing it.
Yeah.
I think girls get pressured into it. Like, I think if their boyfriend wants them to have sex, like, they'll be like, no, but I should give you, like, oral sex. Like, I think some girls use it as an excuse. Like, to not have
Great
sex.
excuse.
And it's not just in Wisconsin. According to our national study, 40% of sexually active young teens have had oral sex at least once to avoid having intercourse. 68% also say they did it to avoid pregnancy. In fact, teen birth rates have declined in the past decade, thanks in part
To the
to
blowjob.
pregnancy prevention programs and AIDS awareness campaigns. Better sex education and more emphasis on abstinence seem to have influenced
Thanks to
teen
the
behavior
gulp.
too. So, has all this talk about the risk of sexual intercourse unwittingly encouraged teens to try oral sex instead?
Yes. Yes, it has. Wow. I don't know. That was, I'll tell you, back in ye olden days, it was a lot easier to get laid than it was to get a blowjob.
Yep.
Absolutely was.
In school?
Yeah, anywhere.
Maybe for you.
Anywhere. It was just easier. When you hooked up, it was much easier to get laid than it was to get a blowjob. Yeah.
50s
That might
stunk.
come after you got laid.
Yeah, but I think
What did you just say?
The 50s stunk.
Well, I'm not talking about the 50s.
I was saying
Are you
older days.
insane?
No, but I'm saying that's the way it was back then. You go out.
Yeah,
and
Jimmy, we agree. What?
There I am.
Yeah.
In
I
my
don't mean with-
T-bird.
Oh, I don't mean with you.
With your ducktail.
I don't mean you
My
guys.
leather jacket with Lords written on the back.
No, I don't mean you guys.
That's funny.
They shave their hair so it don't get in their eyes when they fight. Who, the Portum Baldies? No, the Fat Bob Kellys. No, I was just saying in the 50s, you would marry these chicks, you knock them up, and you get married when you're
Right.
21. It's just awful. The Hummers are fantastic.
And I think oral sex is more popular these days because people are keeping it nicer down there, too.
Yes.
You see-
Oh, you think that's
oh,
has
my
something to do
God,
with it?
man. Dude. You've seen, like, the bush shots from, like, the 70s and stuff.
Ugh, smelled like Tippy Tom's mouth.
Right.
Oof.
Seriously, though, man.
As a teen, did that really matter? Did that really matter at all? Especially teen, you know.
It's all sweaty down there because it's all just matted hair and...
Did it matter? Not a bit.
Gotta, like, brush it
Not a
aside to
bit.
find the area.
Where is that?
It was all-
Where is it?
just the worst.
Oh, jeez.
I
Yeah.
used to perform oral treats on this girl who was like 15, and my friend was in love with her, and I would say, all right, man, just drive around the block. I'm going to talk to her about you. And then he would drive around the block, and I would perform oral treats on her.
Oh, you
What a-
scumbag.
But they weren't dating, though. I was awful.
That's great.
And then one time she was going down on me, but I was really sweaty because I was drinking back then, so I was drunk. It was in the summer. And my balls reeked so bad, I actually put baby powder on them, but it became like pancake powder. And she started going down on me, and 3 seconds into it, she went... I was laying embarrassed on her. This was actually behind her house on her patio furniture.
Aunt Jemima sack. Oh, yeah, turn my mic off.
I didn't turn it off. You saw my hands?
You did turn it off.
Do you have a button over there?
No.
Dude, my hand wasn't anywhere near that. That was weird.
Oh, Aunt
Maybe I
Jemima's
did.
sack.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, let's go back to the audio. This is a clip on wearing protection during oral sex, Anthony.
Goody.
Do boys wear condoms when they're having oral sex?
No.
I don't think they should, but they don't.
They're like, what's the point then? You don't get any feeling, blah, blah, blah.
My name is Sable. I'm 15 and I'm from New York. Oral sex is sex. Like, I disagree when people say that it's not.
And 77% of the young teens we surveyed agree that oral sex is sex. But it seems it's not considered a rite of passage. More than half say kids who have only oral sex are still virgins.
You are.
Well, yeah. You know, until you jam it in there, it's pretty much virgin.
Absolutely.
virgin.
So there's 25% of them that don't think it's sex. That's great.
Yeah. Those are the ones you got to aim for.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Girls like to give then receive, Anthony.
What?
They don't like guys going down on them.
Why?
These teenagers.
I know what guys want. Whatever the reason, according to our survey, oral sex is almost always a one-way street.
I think the girls just want to get it done, get it over with, and have that be it, and just, I don't think they're comfortable enough to get it done to them.
And also, like, for a girl, like, you have to completely, like, you know, show everything. Yeah. Girls give it more because I think they're less confident than guys are. They're less confident with their bodies.
Yeah. What is in it for the girls?
That he likes.
Yeah, self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Yeah, like, oh, he likes me, and I really want him to like me, or like, you want to be popular and stuff.
You satisfy them, and if you have a relationship or you care about them, if you satisfy that person, it makes you happy.
Here's what's in it for a girl: a lip that isn't fattened, and stupid chick. The word is comfortable, not comfortable. Do you eat vegetables too, idiot?
Vegetables.
The pressure of the lights and the interview. You know, Katie right there. She got a little nervous.
Well, that's some amazing information there. The girl's a little scared to show the snitch.
And they don't really get into doing the oral sex. They just want to get it over with.
But they want to satisfy their man, their boy. But they don't want to go down. They don't want the guy going down on them because they're not confident about their.
Well, if you think about it, you know, a guy could just kind of unzip,
whip it out, and
the girl has to take off her, or completely take off her pants.
Yeah. Unless you want that zipper mark in your chin. Smack down to your knees, could you?
Would you? Give me a little room here, would you?
Do you want to kiss me, or want to kiss you on the mouth?
Exactly.
All right.
I like how they say they do it for self-esteem.
That's perfect.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Well, when you're touching their head while they're doing it, you're saying, you're good, that's good. I mean,
right.
You're kind of boosting their confidence.
Good girl.
Good girl. You never point out faults while they're doing that.
No.
You know, you're a little tardy.
Let's see.
These current songs they're using for this
something else is going on in teen culture, and love has nothing to do with it.
Really?
Sexual encounters with no emotional strings attached. It's called hooking up.
Hooking up is kind of like a one-night stand. Like, you just make out with him or her. You can do anything, but it's like a one-time thing.
Or friends with benefits. A friendship with sexual perks, but no commitment.
I'm Sam. I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Maryland. I think you could compare friends with benefits to the driving range. There's no commitment to playing around at golf, and you just go there, work on your game, figure out what shots are working for you, and practice up. So when you do go out there and play the round of golf, you got the practice in, you know what clubs are working for you.
How common is friends with benefits?
You know what would have been a great golf comparison if he said, you just jack off looking at her in a tree, then attack her in the driveway with a golf club with your family's name on it.
That was the worst analogy ever. It's like the driving range. Go down there, you grab your shaft, and then you can clean your balls later. What? That would have made more sense. What the hell he was talking about?
I don't know.
And is Katie Couric, was this really news that it's called hooking up?
Hooking up?
She sounds so out of touch.
I know.
It's been hooking up since I was in high school.
Since the 50s, Jimmy?
It's true, when poor Henry Winkler broke his leg. You all right, Butchie? Are you?
I saw you hooking up in Times Square after the war ended. Some nurse, you had her bent over kissing her. Telling her, can I check you for bad breath?
Yeah. That is the worst.
Actually, back then it was, could you breathe in my face? Ask her if you could check her for polio. That's how you get between her legs. Just see if you could check her legs for multiple sclerosis. I want anal sex. All right, well, tell her you want to see if she has cancerous polyps. And put your finger in and then sneak it in there. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, that's great.
Get the ones with scoliosis and tell them you can straighten their spine out.
How do I ask for oral sex? Well, tell her you need to be checked for AIDS and just see if she'd pop on it for a second.
The worst sex advice from your
It's
pop.
horrendous. I would have had more respect for him. He said, just belt her in the mouth and kiss her while she's passed out.
Like I did to Mom.
How do you think you got here, son?
Common is friends with benefits? Well, of the kids who are having oral sex or intercourse, about half of them say they've done so in a casual relationship.
My name's Gordon, I'm 16 and I'm from New Jersey. Having a crush on somebody, it's like you need to worry about if the person likes you back or if something could actually happen. It's nerve-wracking.
At this age, I don't want a really serious relationship. I'm 14. I don't want to stick with a guy for a year and a half. I don't know. I'd rather have fun and just be with other guys.
You nice 14-year-old slut, you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Making mommy and daddy proud on
what a
national
little
TV.
you a bag. Love it.
That household's going to have a lot more of Dad's friends that coming by
hey.
unexpected. Hey, saw your daughter
Bob.
on TV.
Bob, figured I'd come over and go over a few things we didn't get to at the office.
Right.
Daughter around? She's getting so big. Yeah. Make us a couple of drinks there.
Let's say hi to Liz in Florida. Hey, Liz.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Well, I wanted to let you know the reason that girls don't want that they don't really care if you go down on them because they don't get anything out of it. They're too young. Unless they've been touched as a child, worked up when they were younger, they're not going to get anything out of someone going down on them when they're that young.
You think that, wait, you're saying the girls themselves won't get anything out of it no matter how
they
good the guy is?
They're not even in touch with themselves. They don't even know what's going on at that time. That's
I don't think so.
It's not much for you guys to get off.
Liz, I don't think so. I think it has to do a lot with the guys don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably a two-part thing, but, I'm 25, but talking with all my friends when we were younger, now the girls now are doing stuff way younger than we were, but I don't think they're even going to know what's going on. You're right, the guys have less of a clue than the girls do.
Yeah.
But,
you just jet your tongue in and out of there and expect to...
And you're right, I don't know if the guys even know what they're doing.
I tell you my technique, and this is what works. Ooh. I stick my tongue out straight, and I don't bend it, and I just put it across the lips, and I move my head back and forth real quick. And they love that.
Well, that's good. That'll work.
Keep the tongue stiff. Don't move it at all. And make that noise and keep eye contact with her the whole time.
Yeah, she'll get off in no time.
You got to stop every 5 seconds. You go, you almost there? You almost there? They love that.
Great.
I put my pinky in and I move it in a circle real fast.
All right, Liz. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.
You know how you can tell when they're almost there? When your neck is ready to snap and you're running out of oxygen.
That's true.
That's when they're almost there.
When your head looks like Omar after he was kicked out of the helicopter. If you can make her come, $5,000.
Andy.
Hey, welcome to the new millennium, boys. I'm 24 years old. I just started dating a 19-year-old, and it's a whole new world. I'll tell you, things that were impossible before are so easy. I start going down on her the first time I was going down on her, and she says, hold on, can I just blow you instead? What do I say? Of course. Or what do I think? Of course. What do I say? Well, if that's what you want, sure. It's beautiful.
That's great. He just hangs up on
Dillweed from Florida writes, BFF, best friends forever, Jimmy, not BFFE. Forever's one word, you illiterate dolt.
All right, sorry, I'm not a 16-year-old chick. Maybe this guy knows that because he carved a heart in a tree recently. Fruitcake. You know what BFF is to me? Big fat fuck.
This is what first comes to mind.
Yeah, I picked up a BFF after a gig, and I couldn't meet anyone else. And I took her back. And then
monster.
DOIHF. That's dumped one in her face. And then LSICL. That's lied so I could leave. And then I LHYC, pal. That's left her there crying.
LHT.
LHTC. Left her there
Put a Y in there.
You did have a Y in there, right?
I thought you were very talented with
I
the
know,
way you
that
were
was-
just
that was-
I
rattling
was, so
off
I
of
put an
those.
extra Y.
Yeah, okay.
Quite brilliant. All right, teens not having sex, Anthony. There are teens out there that are not participating in this whole thing.
don't believe it.
I'm Danny. I'm 13 and I'm from Maryland.
What?
I think the toughest.
All right, we
Wait a
know
minute,
why
what?
Danny's not getting laid.
Is that Danny I.E. kind of a girl named Danny? Danielle? That can't be a boy.
When do you think maybe Danny should lose his virginity?
As soon as possible.
If Danny wants to lose his virginity, he should just go to room 237. Have his little sweater torn.
You want some snatch, Doc?
Hand jobs, blow jobs, and 20 fingers in the ass.
My mommy says I'm not supposed to.
Who's Tony? He's the little boy that comes in my mouth.
That can't be a boy, Danny.
That's a boy.
Danny.
And that's the only reason why this kid's not getting laid, right? Or getting anything.
I'm Danny. I'm 13 and I'm from Maryland. I think the toughest part about being a teenager is the misconception that teens all they want is sex.
Apparently, that is a misconception. Our survey shows that 7 out of 10 teens between 13 and 16 are not sexually active and have pretty much stuck to kissing. It seems amidst all this candid conversation, there's a counter-revolution going on. Many teens today are just saying no.
I'm not like somebody that you can just push around. And like if some guy says, well, if you love me, you'd have sex with me. I mean, guys have been using that line since forever. And you know, if they loved me, then they wouldn't make me do it.
Would ya?
Yeah. Wait a couple of years there, honey.
All right, and then Sarah here, she talks about religious and oblivious.
Can I ask a question? Why do we
Sarah,
root against
religious
the good
and
teens?
oblivious, huh?
We root against the good teens. The ones that aren't having sex, we're like, ugh, sticks in the mud. We're really creeps.
Yeah, we really are.
Well, because we know how enjoyable sex is, and we want these kids to be able to
appreciate it.
Appreciate the joy of sex.
Good point, Ope. Good
They're
point.
going to be having it. They might as well enjoy it.
I stand corrected.
When you go to confession, you say, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned," and you make the sign of the cross, and you confess.
Sarah, a devout Catholic, believes sex is for procreation. She wears a ring her mother gave her as a reminder of her faith.
I won't engage in any type of sexual activity till I'm married, and that my virginity is a extremely special gift that I'll give to my future husband.
What about kissing?
Oh, kissing, that's different. I mean, I'll kiss before I get married.
What about fondling?
I don't know what that is.
And Sarah doesn't mind not
Poor kid
knowing.
doesn't have an uncle
She
to teach her.
deliberately shelters herself from too much information. She hadn't seen most of the explicit images that were the same old for this group.
I am so appalled. It grosses me out, and I had to look away. I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, wow.
What a goody two-shoes.
Yeah. Ugh.
You say, bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Feel bad for the lucky fella that's going to marry her.
Oh,
eventually.
that's going to be a good one.
Oh.
Nice, tense. Like, she just tightens up when you climb aboard. You just feel every muscle tighten as she grips the bed with her fists. Okay, I'm ready. No, stop. Okay, no, go. No, wait. Oh, that's going to be fan-fucking-tastic. Like on her, flat on her back, her fist clenched, grabbing pieces of sheet in her hand. Her head just turned to the side with her eyes closed, clenched shut, going, okay, all right, I'm ready, go. Wait, stop. No, ow! Oh, that's just going to be a treat for that poor bastard. Loosen up. It disgusted me. Oh.
Virgin on her wedding night. Next thing you know, she's in a car that's exploding outside. Good. Tuesday, Sunday, Friday, Wednesday.
Monday. No!
Fabrizio.
Oh, what a mess.
Oh, that's fun.
What a nerd.
Just twitching in bed. Twitching.
She'll stop halfway through and have to call her mother.
Mommy, I don't like this. Mommy, it hurt.
Go back in there and do your duty. If it's your duty, it's like, do your wifely duty. Oh God.
That's what you do if she's a virgin on her wedding night, though. You just ask if you can smell her breath. And if she says, what do you mean by that? Then you just jump on her and put it in because she's your property. Oh. That's what a wedding band is. You're a piece of property, toots. Now spread them and pump a kid out.
You know what you should probably do? This might sound cruel, but jam it in her ass first thing. And then when you flip her over and do it the other way, the regular way, it'll be like a breeze for her.
That's true. Nice bacteria transfer. Give her, like, trench box. She's got a disease in her vagina that only, like, North Vietnamese female fighters had. From squatting in mud pits.
Old rice patty snack. Oh, God. That was horrible.
What's wrong with your wife's vagina? I don't know, but she's throwing a hat into a helicopter.
Well.
Yeah, that girl's going to end up like Stalker Patti, a 50-year-old virgin. Right, Stalker Patti, very religious. And look where she is, 50 years old, virgin, crawling around nude on our floor with a Krusty the Clown mask on.
Have you seen the video yet?
Oh, 8,000 times I watched that.
That video is classic.
Very classic. The number one comment on the message boards are people were pleasantly surprised at Patty's body.
Yep.
A lot of people said they wanted to watch it so they could retch. They were waiting to see a horror show. And they said, I was pleasantly surprised by Patty's tight body for a 50-year-old woman.
Sure.
You know what, Anthony? I think you're bringing up some memories for some guys out there with your
virgin.
How a virgin acts on her wedding night.
Oh.
Let's go to Ken in Michigan. Ken?
Hey, Opie, Andy, how you doing?
Very good.
Anthony,
I can
Andy,
barely
whatever.
hear ya.
Andy?
Yeah, I know. It's a problem we've had that pretty much I've given up on that one, too. But
oh, yeah, I got married.
God forbid we bitch and try to make the show better. Go ahead, Ken.
I got married to a girl who was a really strict Catholic, was a virgin to the altar. What about the worst lay of my life? I had a girlfriend on the site until I got there. And, it was nasty.
What was it like that first night with the virgin bride?
It was like trying to stick a brick wall. You know, a cold block of ice.
Really? Was she scared and everything?
Yeah, I was. Well, that first night was nasty. I couldn't believe it, man. Never again. Never again.
I think there's this whole thing where they idealize it so much, and so much time passes, and they're a virgin, that it doesn't become... in their mind, they want it to be, I'm finally with the person I love, and I'm going to give them this special gift. But the bottom line is they waited so long and built it up so much that there's more fear and anxiety in it than there is.
And it's just going to be one
pleasure.
big disappointment, obviously, you know, because they built it up to this thing.
Right.
You know, mommy and the rest of the female elders of the clan tell them about how it's going to be, and they get their special lingerie all set for their wedding night. And
wear this when you walk out of the bathroom, darling. He's going to love it.
You know, at the shower, they get their special lingerie from that awful aunt.
All those little kiddies.
Who think she's, hip.
All the biddies sitting around when they open it up. She opens it up and holds it up. They all go, ooh, he's going to like that now when you can shut up.
Lucky him.
Oh, look at that. He's going to be a lucky man. No, he's not.
Who wants a virgin, a hymen? Oof. You want to pull out your mule and have a piece of onion paper on it?
You don't want that.
How do people not know you have to see if you're sexually compatible?
Right.
I mean, some people just, as much as I've dated girls, and as much as we liked each other, there just wasn't that compatibility with. Yeah. So what? It happens.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to marry someone and be stuck in that and then just cheat on them or be unhappy?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Richard. Hey, Richard.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
I got married to a girl a couple of years back. I just recently divorced her, but she was a virgin when I met her. Her mom was a virgin, and her sister was a virgin. It was a really devout Catholic family. I met him at the Houston Improv, where Jimmy's doing a show this week. 24th.
I totally knew he was going there.
Did you really?
Totally knew. I could tell by his delivery. His delivery on the story wasn't good enough.
I actually did not even notice it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just so used to it. But I mean,
yeah.
I did. The fact that he was mentioning me doing the Houston Improv this coming Thursday through Saturday, I didn't even connect.
Yeah.
These guys are ruining the bit by their awful presentation.
Well, you gotta take a lot of swings.
Roger, what's up?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, when I got married to my wife, she was 26 years old, and she was a virgin, and the first night was kind of just so, nothing great.
Well, walk us through it, though. Was she, really nervous?
She wasn't terribly nervous, because I'd rented her a video to watch,
Oh, my God. And, hold on.
Boy.
Slow down.
I mean,
hold on, bro. We got a red light right here. This is called a red light. You got her a video?
Yeah.
What was the name of the video?
I thought it was kind of one of them Dr. Ruth things that I actually found in a adult video section.
And what did it have in it?
How is she supposed to take care of you if she doesn't know what the hell's going on?
And she kind of knew, but she wasn't totally for sure, and I was afraid she'd be, too nervous and everything, and I didn't want her breaking down and crying on me and all that shit.
She got her throat yogurt.
Yeah,
What was that?
Teacher?
Yeah, so what was on the video?
Just your basic sexual stuff. It was kind of, I think, meant for like a home ec class or something that they'd show you in high school.
Oh.
I don't really remember what the name of it was. It wasn't nothing, real sleazy and erotic or nothing.
So you prepare her with this video that you got.
Your vagina.
And then what happened?
And we had sex, she was tense a little and everything, but it went all right. But it was like the next day, she was like, well, other than it being just a little painful, the first time, I don't see what I was all that worried about.
What?
And then, man, she laid it on me. For the next 2 years, I mean, I kept getting fired from jobs because I wouldn't show up because we was in bed having sex.
Oh, nice. Turned into a nympho, huh?
It was something else. I mean, I'd get hired at one job and, not even show up the first day, because she was putting it on me.
So you'd have sex with her. Would she close her eyes and then you just talk to her and she'd pretend you're gym neighbors?
No.
Every time she was going to come, you'd sing, "Oh, my papa," to get her to hold off?
Yeah, but she, it was kind of cute because she never cusses or anything. She was a Christian, but she would be like, "Ride me, big boy," and stuff like that, and think that was really, sexy.
That rocks.
Ride me, big boy?
Yeah, and just...
Ugh. Let's hold on, I have to shit is sexier.
Like, what in the hell is that, I mean...
Ride me, big boy. Yuck. So how long were you married to Mae West? If you don't mind me asking. That stinks. Ride me. I'd be more turned on if a woman was fucking me, telling me how her mother had breast cancer. That would be sexier than ride me, big boy.
I know.
Nice to know she gets her hot lines from episodes of Mr. Ed.
Phone or something.
What's that?
Yeah, all right,
Ride
Roger.
me, big boy.
Thank you. Guys.
There he goes. There goes Roger. We'll take one more here from Richard. Richard, what's up?
Yeah, I married a religious Jewish girl, and 2 years I was married to her, and she kept saying to me, before we got married, "Don't worry, it'll be worth it." And in the wedding night, I came out of the bathroom, and she said to me, "Not you."
It might
And then he turns the radio up to hear his joke.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, boys, what's up?
Help us out. What do you got?
All right. So my girlfriend, she wouldn't do a thing. We didn't do anything but kiss. I had already had sex at that point, so it's killing me. I'm maybe copping a little over the sweater, and she would still spend the night. That's why it just sucks. So I'm lying in bed, we're dead asleep, and I wake up. She's kind of feeling around down there. I'm hard as a rock. I didn't even know what was happening, and I wake up, don't really let her know I'm awake, so I don't want to freak her out, and she'll stop. And so I finished up. She finished up. She stopped, and it wasn't mentioned in the morning. I tried, next time we were hooking up, I tried to get her to head that way again. She wouldn't, and it was just never acknowledged.
What, for oral? She was doing oral?
She was just a hand job.
A handy.
So, like, did you eventually have sex with her?
No, never. And to this day, she's a virgin.
If I were you, everywhere we went, I just would have pretended I was sleeping. If you wanted a Hummer in the car, just drive and go.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Nebraska checking in. What's up, Eric?
Hey, guys. Hey, when my wife and I first started dating, she was 31 and a virgin, and she said she was going to save it until our wedding night. And, you know, and I kind of respected her, but 2 days after after we got engaged, I went over to her house, and she's like, come here, I want to show you something. I was like, all right. We walked in. We went downstairs in the basement, and it's like she just shoved me down on the couch, and she's like, I can't wait any longer. I was like, it just happened that night. I mean, and it was, she turned into like a total sex fiend since then.
She was 31?
Yeah, she was 31. She just, you know, she had never really dated. She had gone to college. She had worked and everything else. She just, you know, she never really had an interest in it.
All right, I got to go to Danny. Thank you, Eric.
All right.
This could be a good one. And then we'll play the last clip from Katie Couric. Danny.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell your story.
Yeah, I was with a girl. This was a couple of years ago. It was the first blowjob she'd ever given or anything. She just busted out and started crying right in the middle of it.
Hot. That is great.
So what did you do besides come?
Did she give you a reason why she was crying?
No, I just tried to calm her down some, but it didn't seem to work. She just kept crying until she went home.
Did she finish?
It might have brought back some crazy memories.
You think?
Yeah, wow, you're good, Ope. You should be a psychiatrist.
I'm Columbo.
Sigmund Hughes, that was really amazing. She was crying. There must be a reason.
Perhaps there was an earlier abuse that she felt. That broth all came flooding back when she was sucking your cock.
Very good.
All right.
Wow, that's got to be something. All of a sudden, oh, this is great. Yeah, you're getting a little... What the... Is she crying?
There's
no crying in blowjobs.
Well, she was crying over him, crying.
Musical interlude.
Sure was.
I like that. That's very nice. Sure. Grabbing his nipple.
That was the song. Yeah. I love it.
Would you?
Tucks it back angrily.
All right, here's the last clip. Katie Couric talking to the teens about sex.
How much do you talk to your parents about what you're doing sexually?
Not at all.
Yeah. Like my mom, she doesn't always make it easy. Like it seems like she'll like, why do you like, why? And the way she says it, it's like she's criticizing you. And I can't always take her criticism, even though it's like in a good way.
Well, I think, you know, it's just one of some things you have to keep private to yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Maya?
The judgment thing, like I don't want her to put judgments on me. More, I don't want her to put judgments on my boyfriend, because then it'll limit like my freedom with him.
What other advice would you give to parents? Because I think all parents out there, myself included, we want to have a close and open and honest relationship with our children, and we want to help them make the right choices.
I think it's up to the parent to dispel and go over everything with their child and say, you know, you shouldn't call people this, or have some self-respect. I mean, you know, I think it's one of those things where a man needs to teach his son that being a man is not sleeping around, and a woman needs to teach her daughter to have self-respect. It doesn't necessarily mean to limit what she wears or whatever, but to have self-respect.
You can advise them of the negative consequences, and you can tell them why you would, like, think it's a bad idea. But if they think that by them coming to you, all you're going to do is be like, absolutely not, you're grounded, you can't leave the house, so you don't do this, then they're not going to come to you.
What if some of your behavior needs to be judged?
If I told my parents, like, I was going to have sex, then I'm just going to go, oh, have fun, honey, here's a condom. It's not like they're just going to say that, but then they're not going to, like, sit there and yell at me and make me feel bad. They would talk to me about it and explain the consequences to me.
But how many parents do that?
Well,
like, that's
mine. Mine does.
Well, I was going to say that, I mean, it's hard for a kid to volunteer that kind of information.
Yeah.
So it's important for the parents to create an environment where they can ask a kid and the kid can feel comfortable. I mean, if not telling everything, at least sharing something.
My mom knows everything that I've done with anyone, because, like, I know that she will support me. Like, even if she doesn't approve of it,
Stop
I know
whining.
that she's still there and she cares. And that's
Stop
the kind of
whining.
parent that I think that every kid needs.
2, 3. What's more, these teens say parents shouldn't be afraid to be upfront about what they did or didn't do when they were young.
Everyone says it's so bad when people say, like,
parents are like, oh, don't do what I do what I say, trying to have a double standard. But honestly, everybody makes mistakes. You should learn from their mistakes.
Parents should share their knowledge and their wisdom and their experiences with the kids, because that's who you're going to listen to.
Stop whining. That's stronger than any message that you could get from like a music video or anything.
Stop it! Parents don't know it, but I think they do have a lot more influence on us than anything else.
Stop whining.
Sorry, that was boring, that clip.
Little psycho babble in there.
Yeah.
You know, they like to lump it all into one category. Kids that are having sex or not having sex. There's, believe it or not, you can be a teen and have sex responsibly. You don't have to, you know, be the slut or the guy that's sleeping around or everything, but you can have sex, and it's not like a bad thing. Like you got to run home and then tell your mom that you're having sex, and her thinking, you know, you're a slut or, you know, that you're a guy and you're going to get every girl pregnant and everything. I think most teens that are having sex are doing it pretty, you know, fairly responsibly. I think there's those fringe ones that are just sucking and fucking everybody in school, not using rubbers, stuff like that. But I think for the most part, you have a relationship with somebody, you know, whether it lasts a couple of months or longer or shorter, and then you wind up having sex with them. But you're worried about her getting pregnant. You're worried about diseases. You're worried about things like that, and you use protection. And it's, you know, it's not just you met at at school and decided to start having sex. I think they're kind of lumping it all. They're making it pretty black and white there, you know.
Well, you can't teach that kids are having sex responsibly because society is not ready to hear that. It's like when Jocelyn Elder's trying to talk about masturbation. You know, they crucified her.
Yeah.
We are a very repressed sexual society.
You're right. They don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear, parents don't want to hear that, you know, your kids are having sex, but they're probably, you know, having responsible sex, limited, not, you know, she's not the town slut. But her and her boyfriend have decided they're going to have sex together. They don't want to hear that. It's either, you know, don't have it at all, or you're a fucking slut.
And the school tries to give out condoms to prevent teen pregnancy and AIDS, and the church fights it. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, protecting guys like Paul Shanley, who had been raping boys, shipping them from parish to parish. They're protecting rapists, and the schools try to give out condoms, and the church sticks their dirty, no tax-paying, meddling fingers into it. Makes me nauseous.
No tax-paying. Now I am upset with the church.
Well, you know, the tax-exempt.
Bastards.
Sickening.
Yeah.
Let's go to Steve in Queens. Steve?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi, Anthony. Hey, sweet kids.
Hi, Steve in Queens. Welcome to the
Guys,
program.
Yeah.
I can just about hear you. Listen.
Yeah.
On my wedding night, right?
Yeah.
My wife was a virgin. Been going out with her for years. And that night she was just too busy to have sex because she was going through the envelopes finding out how much money we made.
Oh, my God.
And she was a virgin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. So instead of her first night being in bed with you having sex, she decided to see how much money?
That's how badly she wanted to have sex with you.
Wow. That's it.
So what happened?
Wonderful gift that she saved.
I was getting her breasts at the time.
What happened to this marriage?
Oh, well, after about 7 years, we broke up.
Yeah, that's obvious. Wow. I mean, on wedding night, and she'd rather open envelopes than finally bang, you know.
Yep.
That should have been a sign right there.
Did you look through the envelopes and go, oh, 20, 30 grand in small bills? If this was anybody else's wedding, my own.
Yep. Well, I guess it'll punch out before.
All right, we'll punch you out there. Let's go to Sal in Staten Island. Sal?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I have a kind of same story, but I was the first guy that my girlfriend had after she was raped.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So it was almost the same thing. She was always worried about what was going to happen, what was going to feel like, and it was pretty strange.
Wow.
And it took a little while, actually, maybe a couple of months or something before she finally was ready to really get into it, you know. But we were trying all that time, and it was pretty bad.
And you'd get close and she'd stop it?
What?
You'd get close, like maybe you'd kiss her or whatever, and she would not be able to go through with it.
Yeah.
You ever say something sarcastic, like, what do I need, a gun?
Oh. Yeah, that's got to... Wow, man, you got a lot of patience.
Wow.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
it only lasted a few months. Actually, I sent you guys a fax years ago about how I could break up with her, and I had used that rusty trombone line. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, of course.
And
because we've only had a million callers since then.
How to do it and everything, and when I got into position, she just got turned off and ran out the room.
You were trying to get her to give you a rusty trombone?
No, that's how I got her to break up with me. Because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be another guy that screwed her over.
Right.
So I said, since we're trying, we got through the sex thing. Now let's try other things. And I explained how to do the rusty trombone. And I got into position and told her start doing it. And she just freaked out and walked out the room.
Oh, so you were trying to be a nice guy, and your idea of being a nice guy is kneeling on your bed with your asshole up in the air and asking her to lick it and tug your mule while she's trying to fight the memories of being attacked in an alley.